Looks like I'm getting this finished here. Let me share it with Facebook and posted it on Facebook. Let me post it on Instagram. Thanks for your patience. This takes a few seconds here. Looks like Facebook went through and Instagram went through. So let me close those windows and we're good to go. All right, it's done. So, all right. Thank you so much, you guys. I'm your brother Anahazi. Thank you for coming and joining in our space together. This is our community of indigos and starseeds awakening to our own inner Christos and realizing our own higher potential, realizing our own direct vertical connection to source God, God force. And so I'm truly grateful to even be part of these teachings, to be able to share these teachings. And this is part of my mission as Team Indigo, baby. Give me 5 indigos. I'm meant to be helping and sharing this information with the world. And a lot of us will find our spiritual mission. What is your spiritual mission? Who is your starseed homies? And I believe that we find each other through resonance, man. We're going to come together naturally, organically. And it's not like easy in this world to be living in omnichristos love, unconditional love, right? But this is a recognition, realization that we're here to assist in Earth's ascension, humanity's awakening. We're meant to be trailblazers and wayshowers of this emerald order freedom teachings, of the spiritual integrity and spiritual truth in the inner Christos, the inner God spark. And it is our responsibility to, as light workers, as beings of light, to expose darkness, to shine a light on that which is distortion, shadow. And so, because there's a lot of, you would say, within this spiritual warfare, because that's what it is, there is a lot of people that are dealing with those fallen angelic phantom energies. And so we get entangled into it. So this comes down to our own spiritual integrity and discernment. What I'm going to do right now is cleanse this space in my own light body. Let's get our spiritual hygiene going on. This is charcoal disc, so we can put some sacred incense on, like frankincense, myrrh, benzoin. I also have Palo Santo, and one of my favorite is amber. So let me put that down here. So grateful for all of you coming in. I missed you guys. We come together here every Tuesday and Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I try my best to start on time, you guys. Doesn't always work out that way, but I'm still here. I'm still getting it done. Give me a few seconds. I'm almost done here. Got some copal, gold copal, white copal. And I had like a smart ass comment even today that, oh, there's like 1,000 plus herbs that can help cleanse and purify your space, but you're only talking about 2. That video wasn't meant to be an encyclopedia of these thousands of different herbs, right? I was simply choosing, and at the time that video was about sage, like white sage, desert sage, or Palo Santo, and what most people are familiar with. But why someone has to be negative, right? And talk about that. Of course there's thousands of different herbs. That's kind of an exaggeration, but there's many, many herbs that will assist you. So like sweetgrass is another one that I like, besides sage and frankincense, and there's dragon's blood. There's all kinds of different. And so that's just your own journey, Holy One. Got to stay hydrated. My lemon water here. Let's say hi. Just want to say real quick that we're going to be talking about angels and archangels. And we talk about this sometimes. We just are coming from the Emerald Order Freedom Teachings point of view on this topic. And sure, we'll talk about Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron, right? But we're also going to be talking a lot about, the history of these angels and how they've influenced, either positive or negative, the human race. So thank you for being here, you guys. You're welcome to express your opinions in chat. You can even disagree with anything I'm going to say tonight or with anyone in the room. Just be respectful. Don't be profane and start going vampiric on us. This is why we have moderators here. And not to censor people, but simply to keep the chat in a safe place for everybody. And so please respect that. Thank you. This is a community, and we have to be responsible adults while we're coming together online. And we have UTD in the house. Greetings, Holy One. Bless you. Thank you for being here with us on a regular, right? We got Chase Taylor. Machiwa to you, Holy One. Good to have you. And we got Shroom T. Love you, Holy One. Bless you. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. Big hug, Shroom T. Got Spiritual Anomaly. Que paso, loco? What's up? This is Arvadio Holmes. What's up? Good to have you, brother. Leo Murray. What's up? What's up? Nixon, Rider of Dragons. Hello from Ohio. Blessings to Ohio. Thank you so much, brother. This incense got in my face here. But actually, I do want to smudge myself. Cleanse and purify any unwanted or negative energies. And this is the real deal. Frankincense is the real deal. If you're using stick incense, it's not the real deal. It's fake and synthetic and chemical. Not even good for your health, much less your sacred space, right? So be mindful of that. Stick incense. I know it's cheap and easy to get, but you would definitely, I encourage you to go out of your way to get resins. Charcoal discs and resins. You have to buy rolls of discs, like circular little charcoals like I showed you. And there you go. So, Simone K, blessing, sister. And if you guys have any questions, please tag Christos avatar in your message somewhere. That's using the @ sign, Christos avatar, and it'll be easy for me to see it, right? Simone K, what happens if they are breaking a soul tie, but it's with a good being? Who's they? Are you talking about the angels? Well, if you're talking about positive angels, they would have to get the person's permission. This would be an arrangement even, possibly. And so otherwise, that doesn't, we're God's sovereign free. We don't need an angel messing with us. We don't need a middleman to ourselves, to God. And so, that doesn't sound kosher, actually. So, but we do literally have teams. I have a team, you have a team, you have a team. We have a team of higher consciousness, a team of other guardians in the Guardian Alliance that are working together. So it depends on what you mean, because I was taken by a UFO a few years ago, and it was a good Guardian experiment. That's an arrangement. That's part of my team. And so they did some type of healing to me. which is part of my work with this team. And so it just depends, but more than likely, most likely, it's not a good thing what you're describing, Simone K. But good question. Thank you for sharing. Sarah Holder, Star Sister. Thank you for being here, Star Sister, and for being a moderator in service to the Christos, to this community. Bless you. Thank you for being here, Sarah. Good to see you. Much love. Indigo, Jamie, Christ Star, Machiwa, Holy Star brothers, sisters, and Indigos. This is our family, familia, Vato Locos, in Christ, Christos. Yeah. Claudine, Ortega, Machiwa, sisters and brothers alike. Man, we got this lion pride, you know, the Lyran feline hominid homies, representing, respecting, right? Shout out to those higher peeps, higher Vato Locos. Henry Sterling, what's up, Henry? Good to have you, man. Sarah, blessing sister, thank you so much for being here. Good to see you. Thank you, Leo. Chase Taylor, Davian is my favorite person. Thank you, Chase. I do go by Anhazi, though. Thank you, though. You're awesome, brother. Thank you. Eddie, Machiwa, Holy One, UTD, looks like Felipe. You're doing an amazing job. Thank you, Felipe. Bless you, brother. Thank you for being here with the rest of us. I work my ass off. I'm committed. And you guys can see how much love is in the house. But of course, not everyone's going to be loving and caring. So I really respect your guys' feedback, your kind, respectful feedback. It means a lot. It really does. Thank you, guys. Darren, Machiwa, Sir Madison, what's up, Vato Locos? Thank you, brother. Thank you for your service. Thank you for being part of one of the moderators and keeping our community safe. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Oh, I know you wrote me a message. I get so busy, you guys, and I have right now I have about 30 windows open. Usually I have 50 windows open, and I try to get to everyone by the end of 10:30 at night. I really do work 100 hours a week. So if I don't get to you guys, don't be offended. Just realize I'm super busy, and I'm continuing. I spend several hours a day just answering people, not much less doing the video work and all that editing and stuff like this. Yes. Thank you for your understanding. Blue Moon, Star Sister. I'm so excited. I want to share with you that I learned to activate my key shield. Is 3 days ago. Bless you and your key shield, Holy One. Whatever that may be. The Guardian teachings don't talk about a key shield, but we do talk about the 15 different chakras. The Guardians call them Templar. Not just 7. The New Age will talk about 7. What's that? Chump change. That's what that is. That's just a little bit of piece of yourself. But they're not sharing, including the rest of you. Right? There's more than just the crown, you guys. That's number 7 out of 15. You're not even halfway there yet. There we go. Here's number 8, the gold chakra. Here's number 9, the silver chakra. There's one above your head. The ones outside your body are called morphogenetic chakras, Templar. So that 6 inches above your head is dark blue, and that is Galactic 1 chakra. We got Galactic 2 chakra. That's 1.5 feet above your head. Okay, that's dark silver. Then we got one pure white, 6 inches below your feet. That's the Christ star. The Christos 12th dimensional level avatar of thyself. Know thyself, holy ones, because you don't know yourself if you're limiting yourself to the crown chakra. Because when you go online and look up chakras, you're going to see only pictures of 7 chakras. This is proof that the New Age distortions are ruling. I mean, they're the popular known. Okay, so what's known is distortion. So go, I challenge you guys, if you're new, go check out Voyagers 1, Voyagers 2 books, learn some of these advanced ascension teachings, and find out for yourself. Bless you in all of your reverent respect to all of your journey. My chihuahua. Athena, it's hard to pronounce your first name. Hi, Il. Athena, thank you so much for being here, Holy One. So, I know there's a lot of people following some of these, Michael, Ariel, Gabriel. So, you guys don't be offended, but we will do this respectfully, right? Tonight. But we may not agree with all of, oh my gosh, average view duration, 333. I cannot lie. I mean, come on, that's right there, 333. Blessings, thank you, gratitude, much gratitude. Nice to see you, Maya. Blessings, sister. I'm assuming sister. Sorry, I can't see all the pictures that well, I mean. Joseph Matthews, question. Is this Jesus' teachings inspired? Good question. And this is not religion's point of view. And we do talk about Jesus. This whole book talks about Jesus. As a matter of fact, in these teachings, the Emerald Order Freedom teachings, Emerald Order, Emerald Covenant by Alciana Dean, a 600 page, no 600, but it's 580, about, almost 60. This book talks about Jesus and God, just not from religion's point of view. So bless Jesus, Jeshua 9, because that's who's in the Bible, Jeshua 9. This talks about Jeshua 12. The number stands for the number of DNA strands. Jeshua 9 had 9 DNA strands. Jeshua 12 had 12 DNA strands. Both avatars, actually the other one's an oversoul, but both of them had a mission. And so I don't want to go sidetracked because this video is about angels and archangels. Just tell you really quick that there is a spiritual war, and part of that spiritual war is distorting the true teachings. And the true teachings was actually written by Jeshua 12. But in the religion, you're taught, it was written by Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, anybody else but Jesus. In these teachings, it was actually Jesus and John the Baptist and Jesus' half-sister, Miriam. Those were the ones who writ the original Christian teachings. These are Christian teachings. They're about the innerchristos. And so our inner connection, vertical connection to source God. You're never separate from the omnipresent God. But religion will tell you are separate from God and you need this. And they will describe God as a father God, and describe God as cruel. You check in Isaiah and many verses in the Bible, God is saying itself that it is cruel and burning anger. No, we dismiss that message. We transmute that message. This book, this Bible, was written by humans. It was influenced by the Sadducees, the Pharisees, and the Illuminati, and the Roman Empire. It was a political thing. There's a lot of distortions in that book. Bless your beliefs. Bless Jesus, Jeshua 9. But these teachings are based on the Emerald Covenant, not on a mutilated, tortured, sacrificed Messiah. So, if you guys are new here, just realize that this is all talked about in great detail in Voyagers 1 and Voyagers 2 by Ashiana Dean and the Emerald Order Freedom Teachings? Thank you. Good question. So, angels and archangels, what are they? Because in religions and some of the New Age teachings, they're these divine servants of God with wings. And they come to earth, they're like intermediaries between the Lord and King of Kings. You have these, and some of these angels fell from the heaven and down. You know, this is part of now Satan's world, the Lucifer morning stars world. You guys, we expose those false teachings, false creeds. They're called false creeds because those are based on fear. Fear God, you're commanded. Maybe that God, godlet, E.T. God, angry, cruel God. Yes, that being wants you to fear God. That is not creator. Creator is based on Christos love. You know what omnipresence means? It means God is present everywhere. Omni-love means God loves everything. It's impossible to be separate from God. How could you be separate from the being who created you? And when God is, even in the Bible itself, it states is omnipresent. You see right here a distortion because they will call God omnipresent, but then say God is, that you're separate from God from birth because of a sinful nature inherited from something that Eve did. The wicked wench ate from the forbidden fruit from the tree of life, tree of death. So, you know, that's a huge fiction, intentional disempowerment. Oh, now you're not connected to God? Now you're fell out of grace? Well, Eve did, but now you are too. Right? Adam and Eve. And so, you guys, this is an Anunnaki lie, fabrication, religion, false creeds of fear, guilt, shame, subservience, blind worship. It's based on blood ritual sacrifice. A Messiah was blood ritual sacrificed. It's based on blood drinking, communion, drink the blood. It's based on devaluing, putting down women. There is countless verses of putting down women in religion, not just Christianity. All, A-L-L, sorry for the noise, it's Saturday night, you know. All, well, I was going to say all religions, but all patriarchal religions, which is most religions on earth. Most religions on earth are putting down females. This is a red flag, but most people stuck in religion, entangled in religion, don't see that. They just accept it. Women are supposed to be subservient to the patriarchy. We dismiss, we transmute that. Okay? So, to each their own. Whatever your beliefs are, whatever they're sacred to you, if a cruel, angry God is sacred to you, if a mutilated Jesus is your truth, you know, all the power to you. Bless you and your journey. This is not what we're teaching on this channel. This is not what the Emerald Order talks about. The Emerald Order talks about these influence of these races of beings that a lot of us are calling angels and archangels. There are positive extraterrestrials, angels, archangels. There are negative ones. Those serving Creator God, the original, which is a unified field of consciousness. God doesn't have a penis. That sounds crude. But this is what you're doing when you say God is a man, a male. This is a fundamental teaching in these Law of One, innerchristos teachings. God is an it. God is a consciousness. God is a unified, omnipresent, omnipotent consciousness. And there's only one of those. There's only one creator. Not a bunch of angry, pissed off, cruel gods. Not a bunch of pantheon of gods. What are you doing? So, if that's what you resonate with, that's a soul thing. That's your family of consciousnesses aligning to that. And there's some more complex topics that going on here, such as human alien hybrids who are actually Anunnaki human alien hybrids. So their agenda, their spirit, soul essence, is part of the antichristos. Some people call it antichrist, antichristos, phantom, fallen angelic. Fear is their creeds. Guilt is their creeds. Blood sacrifice, blood drinking, their creeds. This ain't no omnipresent Creator God creeds. Creator God creeds is omni-love, loving everything, not sacrificing, killing men, women, children like they do in the unholy Bible. Murdering with the angel of death. Murdering little kids who had nothing to do with the Egyptian problems or political drama. But they're murdered. And so, not to mention, several races were genocide, killed, wiped out. Joshua was commanded to go murder several different races, wipe all the men, women, children, and take out their animals too, because why not? You're cruel, maniacal E.T. God, Father God. You're gonna, life is not sacred to you. What you're seeing is proof of, you see an imposter creator, not the real creator, because the real creator is based on loving everything, is based on Law of One, which religious people cannot accept, that all are part of God. First of all, you're not the flesh. You are the soul essence that went into the flesh. You're not, again, because this is deep. No, it's not. It's simple. It's kindergarten stuff. You are not the body. Your body is not the one thinking and deciding. Okay, it is the soul essence that went into the fetus of your pregnant mother a long time ago, whenever that was. You are that soul. You are the spirit essence. You were always the spirit essence. Which had no beginning and has no end. You're an eternal being. So this whole thing about the angels is a spiritual war, but not from the religion point of view. So we have beings who are following Law of One, the unified field. All are God. Everyone's a face of Creator. Even if we don't act like it, even if you're twisted or shadow, you're still part of God. If you're a bug, you're part of Creator. You're part of the unified field. You can't be outside the omnipresent God, the God that exists everywhere. Think of that concept. God is omnipresent. God is everywhere. Where could you go where God is not? You see the conundrum. You see the distortion, the contradiction. You can't be separate from God. But you in religion say, oh, believers only, chosen ones only. No, no, no. All beings, A-L-L, are part of Creator God. Even these angels and fallen angels are part of Creator God, cannot be separate from God. If you fall into the phantom matrix, you're going to be disconnected from Creator's life force energies. There is no light bodies in the phantom matrix, also aka lake of fire. The lake of fire is the religious term. They use Hades or hell. The phantom matrix is actually a black hole system. It's a sub-time space distortion field. God, there is science in God. Spirit and science. Remember, God is everything, everyone, everywhere. Okay, so this is where a lot of the fallen angels are coming out of and coming through and can influence this particle universe. Because part of the 15-dimensional time matrix is the particle universe, and the anti-particle universe, what is easier to remember is to call it parallel, the parallel universe, and then some anomaly called the phantom matrix. Okay, so this phantom matrix is not natural or organic. It came later, way later, when this whole thing was created by God, by Creator. Okay, it was all blessed, but it was all given free will. You have free will, they have free will, brothers and sisters, all of you have free will. Everything has free will, but these beings abuse that free will. God allows it because God gave you free will. You're a piece of God, you're a face of God. God allows itself free will. God allows itself to make really bad choices that you're going to experience consequence or suffering, not judgment. God doesn't judge you, judge itself. Okay? Especially when God gave itself free will, gave you free will. Why would God say, okay, you can make your choice. You have free will to make a choice. Oh, you make the wrong choice? There is no wrong choice. It is those who are part of who choose with their free will to align with omnicristos love. No racism, no hatred, no jealousy, no suffering, no death, no sacrifice, no fear, no guilt. This is what we align with. And then there's those, which is called, by the way, the path of order. So we have angels and archangels following this path of order, following Creator God's original intention. And by the way, it's God's preference. Darkness, shadow, wasn't always around. Darkness, shadow, is capped. It only goes up to a certain level of creation. And one of the advanced topics that the Emerald Order Freedom Teachings talks about is that this whole reality that we are existing within is a hologram field. So there are levels of God. And some of the higher levels have no distortion, no shadow. But darkness is capped at 11th dimension, out of 15 dimensions. That's 15 different realities. And then there's parts of creation, other God worlds outside of that. But that's what that's what we're experiencing right now. The 15 levels of the time matrix. And there's, within the time matrix is the particle universe, the parallel universe, and the phantom universe. When you reverse your consciousness, when you are vampiric, hateful, judgmental, damning, you're going to eventually fall, not right away, because this is based on reincarnation over and over. After so many fallen incarnations, you're going to go into the phantom matrix, not as judgment. You ended up there on your own vibration, thoughts, actions. So these angels and archangels are alien extraterrestrials, beings that exist in these other reality fields. Not our reality field. They wouldn't appear to us as a angelic being, which is what? Okay, this is where the spiritual science comes in. If we're in the third dimension, that's where the human race is right now. And there's beings coming from the fourth dimension, the fifth dimension, the sixth dimension, coming to our third dimension through stargates, portals, wormholes, UFOs. They're coming from their reality to our reality. Most of them through, a lot of them through, like the fallen angels are coming here through technologies. The positive angels are using their Merkaba fields, which are vehicles of light. It surrounds your whole body. These teachings remind you of how to reclaim that. So by the time you die, you'll be able to go through spiritual ascension. Not rapture. Sort of similar, but not exactly. Because rapture is based on salvation and all this stuff. And going to some heaven, but realize that it's science, man. Spiritual science. You're going to go through the stargates to a higher body into a new body. Religion says rapture takes you to a new body. Yes, you're going to go into a new body. But a fourth, fifth, or sixth dimensional body when we're in the third. When you die and you sin, you're going to go into a fourth level, dimensional level body, which is, in our universe, it's carbon matter. In that higher universe, it is etheric matter, semi-etheric, partially ghost-like, transparent, see-through, translucent. You don't see beings like that here on Earth, because we're in carbon matter. Angels are in semi-etheric matter. Okay? Archangels are in a higher universe than that. Dimensions 7, 8, and 9. Okay, that universe is etheric, completely etheric. So they're definitely ghost-like, and definitely, I say ghost-like because you could say, like the body of a ghost is see-through, transparent. Whoa, you know, it doesn't need to walk. It's levitating, flying, whatever. These are etheric beings. These are archangels. And when you have no body at that level, you have no gender. You know, gender is temporary. I mean, it's a low-level experience. You eventually evolve beyond male and females. This is why when you understand creation mechanics, you understand it's ridiculous to say God is a male or a female. What I mean is creator. To say creator is a male. God is beyond gender. Creator is beyond gender, is beyond body. A body exists as pure consciousness. Can you understand that? Can you realize that? You're limiting God to a father God. That's a huge, in our perspective, it's a huge distortion, manipulation. Not to mention it puts down women, and which is another black magic, phantom, vampiric, wicked thing to do. Just the same as distorting sex, distorting gender. It is their power. A sick, twisted, distorted power. So look what your religions are aligning you with. Blood drinking, blood sacrificing, and disempowering your females, disempowering all of your people. So we reclaim that. The innerchristos, inner God, law of one, sacred law of one, you realize your true identity. Human race, get off your knees. Stop worshiping anything. You don't worship these demigods or false gods or saints or angels or archangels, which brings us to our next topic. So many people are worshiping Archangel Michael, worshiping Archangel Metatron, worshiping Gabriel, Ariel, any being with any name. But notice, just maybe you didn't notice that these biblical, Christian, whatever beings who follow these beings, did you notice they end with the letter EL? All of them. Metatron comes from Judaism, but that's another, the Kabbalah. So that's a different language, different letters. In our language, look, they're all ending in L. L, E-L. Because I don't know all these names like Sariel, Emmanuel. I have to look at my notes real quick. Concepts, notes, concept notes, concepts, angel. Yeah, after Michael, Gabriel, Ariel, we have Raphael, Ragiel. What I said earlier, Emmanuel, Samuel, Sariel, Remiel, and might as well mention Israel and Kal-El and whatever L you can put in the comments for us, please. L stands for Elohim. Elohim, this word Elohim is mentioned in the Bible too. What we're talking about is a fallen angelic race. And yes, it is plural, but there's some religious, disagreement or argument that no, it's not plural. It's singular, one God. No, it is not. Elohim is a plural word. Okay. One second here. Elohim is a plural word in Hebrew. Are you Hebrew? Do you speak Hebrew? Do you know Hebrew? Because people will swear Elohim is not a plural word. The Hebrews say it's a Hebrew word, and the Hebrews say it's a plural word, but its meaning and usage are more complex than just being plural. The word Elohim is the plural form of Eloah, which means God or deity. The literal translation of Elohim could be gods or divine beings. In the Hebrew Tanakh, again, are you Hebrew? Is often used to refer to the God of Israel. These teachings talk about this God, Elohim. The full name is Anu Elohim. But when you take Elohim and shorten it, it's this L, E-L, Michael, Ariel, these famous angels that are being loved and sometimes worshipped, is connection to Anu Elohim. And who created, from these teachings' point of view, who created Anu Elohim? Because even though Anu Elohim is one of 33,000 different gods on planet Earth claiming to be creator, if you were Christian, you didn't know that there's actually your God, Jehovah, Yahweh, is one of 33,000 different gods on planet Earth just being worshipped alone, much less the rest of the galaxy, right? Anu Elohim claims to be Yahweh, Jehovah God. It creates that persona. That's a fiction. It's not creator God. It's something they claim and state. Just like the Anunnaki claim and state they created you and they're your gods. From Nibiru, no less. They came and told the Sumerians that. And here in New Age, people are believing that. Oh, they're gods. They created the human race. Transmute. No, they did not. That's a whole different race. And I'll show that tonight. Elohim, Anu Elohim, was created by even a higher race than that, called Metatron. But Metatron is a collective, not some dude. You know how they like to make all these beings males? That's patriarchy for you. Put down the divine female. One thing I didn't finish, in the higher dimensions, there is no gender. They're androgynous. Archangels are androgynous, but look what you got. A bunch of male gods. I mean, archangels. Well, you got Ariel, but where does Ariel come from? Are these angels even mentioned in the Bible? Is it all coming from the Kabbalah? Is Michael, Gabriel, Ariel mentioned in the Bible? Because we know Metatron is not. But people will swear that Metatron is a divine sacred being who's an archangel who was originally Enoch. Gabriel and Michael are, but Ariel is not. Not an angel in the Bible. Woe to you, Ariel, Ariel, the city where David settled, and year to year, and let your cycle of festivals go on. Yet I will besiege Ariel. She will mourn and lament. She will be to me like an altar hearth. Oh, such a pleasant, positive God, right? That's in the same book, Isaiah, that calls itself a cruel, angry, destructive God. A war, wrathful, revenge type of God. You know where those vibrations are coming from by now, hopefully. So, just realize that Christianity comes out of the Jewish God, the Jewish religion. Jesus was a Jew and mentioned God the Father many times, even though most Christians only stick to the New Testament and just forget about the Old Testament, even though their Bible has the Old Testament in it. And it's all coming from Judaism. It's all coming from their whole religion. Your Father God is Yahweh, Jehovah. And so, now Jesus, from Joshua 9, from the Bible, was kind of like a rebel trying to reform Judaism, the Jewish religion. Christianity came out of a reformed Jewish religion, and you're worshiping the Jewish God. Out of 33,000 different gods, you could have chose Osiris, you could have chose like an Egyptian god or a Viking god or any of these gods. There's 33,000 of them. But guess who's the most popular? The Christian Jewish God and the Islamic gods. Those are the most popular. And so, which are both based on patriarchal, negative, violent energies. And so, you need grace from this being, or it's going to torture you in the lake of fire, damn you, judge you. So even though this books talk about fallen angels, these beings are fallen angels. Elohim is a fallen angelic race. Elohim. Also is Nephilim, is a fallen angelic race, also mentioned in the Bible. And so is Seraphim, another fallen angelic race mentioned in the Bible. Elohim, Seraphim, Nephilim, and some other characters in there. And so this is not your brother Enuhazi making this stuff up. Everything I just said tonight is in Voyagers 1 and or Voyagers 2. And some of it is in Angelic Realities. And these are just a couple of books when there's actually literally hundreds of video workshops on these teachings. Hundreds of workshops. I don't know how many hours of teaching there is in there, but it's a lifetime of work. It's not me making this stuff up. I'm a student of this work. I'm getting this information from this body of work, which I align myself with. I align with the sacred universal law of one. I've confirmed a lot of these things in my own spiritual journey. I've seen these things. I've seen other worlds, other beings. I've seen my higher selves and families of consciousness. I've spoken, felt, am this self. Selves, plural. So are all of you. You're not a guilty, sinful, meaningless human. You're not a lowly human meant to mine gold for your Anunnaki overlords. Okay? You guys are following this disempowering identity. And these teachings are about reclaiming your true identity, your true history, because you're not getting the true history. You're getting some Nibirian history. The Abrahamic family line is Nibirian. Understand what I mentioned earlier. There is human Anunnaki lineages here, going all the way back to those Abrahamic tribes. 12 tribes of Israel is not coming from Creator God, homies. It's coming from planet Nibiru, coming from Anu Elohim, fallen angelic, Metatronic, extraterrestrial, malevolent alien races. And we provide the links free. You don't have to go pay for this book that's now out of print. This is out of print and being scalped online, like Amazon. But it's for hundreds of dollars. You don't need to pay hundreds of dollars because my moderators are going to give you the free PDF and you can study and go check and see if you resonate with these teachings, because it will blow your mind, holy ones. What you're hearing tonight is a little tiny piece of it. Bless you and reverent respect to all of your spiritual journeys. Machiwa. Got 112 souls online. I gotta say right away is thank you to Leo. Thank you, brother. Thank you for supporting this work, man. Thank you for that exchange of energy. Thank you for being here. You're like one of the oldest members here. No, really. Leo's been here since early 2021, right, brother? 22? Thank you, man. Sarah, bless you, sister. Woohoo! Because we all know that's not your first time. Thank you so much for supporting this innerchristos teachings. Thank you for supporting this message to getting out, because I can't do this without your guys' help and your donations and your kind words. This is a team effort. We're supporting each other. You're supporting your favorite content creator. Thank you, Sarah. One of your favorite content creators. Gina Sutton. Woohoo! Yeah, party time. I can eat. I can feed my cats. Thank you so much to all of you. Thank you, Gina. Bless you, sister. We're celebrating. Is that what you're doing in there? Yeah, pom-pom. Celebration. Thank you, Star Sister. I do this work for you guys. I work my ass off for you, for us, we put this together. Our moderators are helping put this together. Our moderators, if you didn't know it, spend time behind the scenes. Like I know Indigo Wizard is a big time helping, a lot of you are putting the articles, links to videos in the members area. And that's another way you guys can support this work, by even a $5 membership. But there's a $10 membership. There's more, depends on what you want to contribute, what you want to be, share with this crew. And so looks like we also got Free White Dove. Woohoo! Free White Dove. You guys, I wish I could see you all in person, give you bear hugs. Yeah. Thank you, Free White Dove. Thank you, Star Sister. You are amazing, but thank you for your kind feedback. Bless all of you. Elephant Tusk, thank you for sharing, Holy One. And from these teachings, I just want to read Elephant's comment. The current Satan is known as Sin, the moon god, also known as Dionysus, and many other names. Now, I'm sure some of that is agreed upon, but we realize that it's coming from the reptilians. Satan is coming from the reptilians. Lucifer is coming from the Anunnaki. Now, of course, there's different races, extraterrestrial, fallen angelic races messing with us. But the two biggest ones, which clash with each other sometimes, is the Anunnaki races, because there's more than one, and the reptilian races, which is more than one. But there is a big, huge family in the reptilians, an actual family called Satan. These fallen angel race called Satan is where we're getting the concept on earth of Satan. And yes, Satan and Lucifer are two different entities. And so Lucifer is coming from the fallen angelic, Enki, Anunnaki, Enlil, and Marduk, the ones being worshipped, man. Not only, also there's a beetle. There's a freaking dark being race called, they're described as beetle people, tortoise people. They had one of their races out of many is called Nephilim. Necromaton Nephilim, because it's a hybrid. This is where you get Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael, I know it's in your Holy Bible, you guys. I'm sorry to mess with your party, but it's actually a fictional being. It's not a real being. It's actually a fabrication of the Necromaton Nephilim, which are scary-looking, dark, twisted consciousness, man. And even though I haven't taught it yet or talked about it yet, but it is in the Voyager's books, they have all this technology on planet Earth, and they use some of that technology to channel you. At least all the people trying to awaken a new age, they get a connection to you, man. They interface with you. And now you're thinking you're connecting to Archangel Michael, which does not exist. Metatron's a real entity, but it's a collective. Archangel Michael's not even real. And I'm not trying to bash your teachings or beliefs. Bless you in your beliefs in Metatron and Archangel Michael and all that. You guys, that's not our message. Just saying. That's not what the Emerald Order says about Metatron. And let me show you the diagram, and I'll show you the PDF. Let's show you the 15-dimensional time matrix. Let me switch to it right now. We exist inside of this. Remember, I told you earlier, this is a hologram. A 15-dimensional hologram. Created by Creator. Because that's how God rolls. God wanted to experience itself in the 15-dimensional time matrix. And here are humans way down in the third level of Earth. Carbon matter. Remember, I talked about etheric matter. I talked about etheric matter. Carbon etheric matter is like semi-etheric, right? This is where angels are coming from. Angels are coming from a higher density body matter. Density matter. The etheric matter. Remember, they're half ghost-like. These are very ghost-like in their bodies. These are halfway there because it's between carbon and etheric. So you call this halfway area semi-etheric, but certainly they're much more evolved than we are as carbon matter, where we're still experiencing death and mortality, sicknesses and diseases. These beings are freaking immortal, man. Angels are immortal beings, and so are archangels. They're even higher evolved beings. And you find out that these are alien races, such as the fallen Azrael, the fallen Zeta Great alien races, which are insectoids. These are Azurite plus Anunnaki plus Gargoyle. That's what Azrael is. Notice in his Dark Materials, one of the main characters is a dark angel, but being played off as a good angel. You see how movies and comic books and video games do that. They take dark beings, make you think they're good beings. You know, this whole TV series called Lucifer. All these people worshiping these dark entities and don't even realize it. But there's good beings and good angels and positive angels. It just depends on your creed. Let me show you their creed. Wait, for some reason I'm not getting all my... What the shit? I got this thing messed up. I can't see the other files. This is the creeds of the religion. These are the creeds that you follow and hold dear. You hold dear to your heart and your mind that God is judging you. God is putting you in fear and guilt and all the patriarchal sexist, putting down the females, treating them like dogs in some cultures, can't even show their faces in some cultures, have to be like lowly, man. Pretty bad women are being treated in this world. This is coming from religion, man. It's coming from Dark Templar, Antichrist, Christos, Christic creeds of modern day religions and belief systems. And they say that you're sinful. They say you're inferior. They say you must be subservient. You must sacrifice. Blood ritual, blood, sacrifice, blood drink, materialistic. I got to update this. This is old, but there's a lot more terrible false creeds than this. This is what the fallen angels follow. This is what positive angels and positive guardian beings and starseeds and indigos follow. We follow the path of unconditional, omni-Christos love, eternal joy, grace, gratitude. These are our attitudes. These are our responsibilities. This is how we behave. This is how we think. Let me close Photoshop and open it, but I have to go off of Photoshop to do that. Yeah, because I don't like being able to not switch between my viewpoint. Hopefully it doesn't start with that mode. Thank you guys for coming here and sharing your space with us tonight. And like I said before, you guys can list your disagreement. Just be respectful to all of us. We have no problems you practicing your beliefs, and please respect our beliefs too. Looks like I can see my tabs now. Yeah, I can see my tabs now. But okay, I got them open, so just wanted to take care of that. I got to keep checking on chat. How? Hi, IL Athena. Now, what you're saying is a distortion from our point of view. I'm just saying that respectfully, that we can agree to disagree. It shares that someone has to play the villain. So who volunteers for the role? For the role the universe requires to maintain balance. Let me explain why this is a huge distortion. What did I say earlier and talk about? I said that darkness is limited and darkness wasn't always here. And when we talk in universal levels, yes, in the universal levels, this whole life field was created 950 billion years ago. We were all following the sacred universal law of one. There was no darkness. There was no volunteers to be the bad guy. There was no bad guys. There was no shadow. There was no arrogance or pride. There was no distortion. For 700 billion years. It was 250 billion years ago where there was distortion. We don't need a volunteer. We don't need darkness. There is no, this whole thing in New Age, in Gnosticism, talking about the demiurge as a natural organic part. No, it is not. It is an anomaly. Did you see the Phantom Matrix? Let me show you the Phantom Matrix again. Anomaly. It means it's not part of the system. Anomaly. It doesn't fit in here normally. And this didn't even exist until 250 billion years ago. This is the natural system. A particle and an antiparticle. God made it this way. This is not a natural part, and this was created with, you would say, consciousness between the Anu Elohim, which we talked about as a fallen angelic race, an 11th dimensional, which are avatar level. Let's look at the avatar identity. Avatar, 11th dimensional dark avatars. Okay, this Anu Elohim, which by the way is a feline aquatic ape. This is what these ETs look like. This is what your Michael, Ariel, well, Michael is not even a real being. And if Michael is not an actual entity, I doubt any of these other ones are. I even would say that it is the Jehovah's Anunnakis, which the Emerald Order talks about as creating the New Age. This fallen angelic race created the New Age, created the Galactic Federation. Okay? These are dolphin people. The original Anunnaki, not all the hybrid Enki, Enlil, Marduk Anunnakis. Those are different. This is the pureblood, which is coming from planet Avion originally. This is why you got aquatic races. These are aquatic races. These are feline aquatic apes. This is a bipedal dolphin people. Okay? So these aren't the reptilians. But 250 billion years ago, there was no darkness, no shadow, no dim-eye urge. Okay? So you don't need a volunteer for the bad guy because that is an unnatural anomaly. Not part of our our time matrix. It's not part of Creator God originally. This is an anomaly from beings such as the Anu Elohim abusing their free will, making bad choices. They ended up falling into the phantom matrix, which is what scientifically? A black hole subtime space distortion field. You know what a black hole is doing? Siphoning, vampiring the universe, vampiring the light fields, taking in the light field, sucking it in. Okay, this is an anomaly, a black hole is a destructive force, a destructive reverse consciousness. The location of the fallen angelic ET races with mutated DNA and distorted consciousness, the chaotic life forms that have plagued our time matrix throughout history. Brother, we can agree to disagree and still get along, still be friendly, still respect each other, still love each other. From our point of view, anyway. And this channel, we transmute that distortion. We expose that dialogue out there. What's up, Tom Sean? Good to see you, Holy One. Nikki B says she's going through Voyagers 2 again, plus workshops, but I overloaded, then forgot. It's okay, Nikki B. We all go through that. Take it slower. Take it in chunks. Like read a certain chapter or watch a certain part of a video of the workshops. Repeat it over and over. One thing that we do, like you can get some ideas from Celine. She does this. Make notes. Make detailed notes. It gets programmed into your brain much easier. You start to understand it when you have these explanations in your own way. Like I see Celine making pictures and making notes. I like to make mind maps. If you don't know what a mind map is, check it out. You put the central idea, you use color, exaggeration, you put branches that come off the main idea. You can do that with a Cathara workshop, a Cathara concept. Make mind maps, more than one mind map. You can use, I don't like using hand notes. I like using computer notes, using computer applications like Photoshop, like Adobe Illustrator. I can put all these grand ideas and remember it easier. That time matrix diagram was one of my personal notes. Now it became a huge mind map, so to speak. An excellent tool, and if my moderators haven't done it already, you guys please link my 15-dimensional time matrix. That's a couple year project. It took me a couple years to get all that data on there. I mean, succinctly. I mean, I did it in, over time. So, thank you, Celine. Yeah, Nikki, you're right, sister. I prefer the computer. And then plus I have like I don't know what this is, a 36 inch or 42 inch. It's one of those two. I can't remember which one because I actually got a bigger one. I got a 48 inch, but it was horrible. I couldn't stand it. I had to send it back and got a smaller one, which ended up being better for me. So, thank you, Celine. Bless you, sister. Yeah, that's the membership area, but also the link to and look, you guys, Celine linked you to the Cathara, and which is the most advanced spiritual ascension teachings on the planet. Hannah G, bless you, sister. Notes do wonders. And actually, one of the tips I can give, well, a lot of people know this, when it comes to developing mindfulness, keeping a journal, notes, keeping a journal is extremely important. And it's part of, we're attacked in our spiritual teachings, but we're attacked in our water, in our food, in the air, the chemtrails. We're attacked in our spiritual beliefs. We're being disempowered in our diets. We're being disempowered, and so it helps. It helps our brains and our memories to make notes. But these notes don't help you if you don't go back to them and review them, memorize some things in your notes. And then it becomes part of your speech. Now it's part of your thinking and your understanding, your knowledge. So you guys hear me say it a few times. I literally have thousands of notes. Like I took what you were saying and was doing it every day for the past several years. So this is why I have thousands of notes. And I'm very good at keeping bookmarks on my browser, linking and saving things so I can find something within seconds, within my notes. It actually takes almost 30 seconds to find something sometimes because the archive is so big. But this is what I recommend you guys. Let me push F5. And I have a video on Instagram blowing up. Like within the past few days, it's already 100,000 views. The last time I checked, and this is on the underground subsystem. It's called a tram system, and which is not really coming from here. It's coming from the secret space program information, but when you learn about this information telling you about the Galactic Federation being Anunnaki, then you start to make connections in your mind that what the hell, all the super space program is validating that stuff. It's validating how it's really being, oh my gosh, 11:11. Earlier when the live first start, the average view duration was 3 minutes and 33 seconds. Now it's 11 minutes and 11 seconds. Gratitude. I claim that synchrony, and so can you. It already changed, but we saw it at the right time. You see the synchronies when you're supposed to see them. Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, you said it. Vandal, maybe somebody will sponsor your membership tonight. Well, I don't think we're able to choose who we give a membership to, but some people can. I've figured that out maybe. Yeah, well, it's always there for you whenever you want to come back, as low as $5 on up. So thank you so much, Vandal, for being a member when you were. And we're so happy that you're here with us tonight. We're here regularly, so come on back. Keep coming back when you want to. Well, that's not viral yet. I think when you reach the millions, then it's considered viral. But I've seen it jump. It's jumping since 50,000 yesterday, and now it's 100,000 today. And realistically, the weekend isn't even that popular, so it might hit even harder on the weekdays, like Monday. Social media is a lot less on the weekends, if you guys didn't know that. I have to know that because I have to know when to post my videos, and I found out you don't post on weekends if you're smart. You want to save your best videos at least for the weekdays. So, and this is interesting because my channel is shadow banned on Instagram. I don't know how it got to 100,000. The topic just was, the community just raised the bar on that video. So I already gained 1,000 new subscribers there because I've been shadow banned for half a year. on Instagram. Shadow ban means you're not actually banned, but they prevent you from getting lots of views or sharing your video on their, TikTok calls it the feed or the page or whatever their freaking title is for that. Well, are you talking about YouTube? I'm talking about Instagram. And if that's new, then, if you're talking about Instagram, Mr. Falcon, then that is a new thing. And that's why I was able, the shadow ban must have been released, because this happens to my channel. This has happened 4 times already. This is the 4th time. The channel's growing and growing and growing. You see the analytics don't lie. Then it stops. Completely. Doesn't go down, doesn't go up. It's frozen still. It was frozen still, and then they released it. And all of a sudden it goes up. And then they stop it again because I'm posting secret space program information. They don't like you doing that. They don't like me talking about conspiracy theories when it's actually conspiracy fact. But anyways, you'll see the analytics stop again. And then 3 months later, they'll release it. Oh, either it's a 30-day shadow ban or a 60-day or 90-day shadow ban. And then it will just, it's so obvious, man. It's freaking obvious. So to see this video go viral, not viral, but hit it hard, it shows me that it's been released again. Thank you for sharing, Mr. Falcon. Well, it's not just me. Disclosure is coming out. There's many people, many indigos, starseeds, light workers who are relentless. We're relentless. We're not giving up. This is our mission. This is why we're here. We got some problem with David? All right, brother. We don't need you spamming the same word over and over. But I don't know what you mean by Brazil. All David is saying, I think he doesn't speak much English. He showed the Brazil flag and a prayer sign. He doesn't know much English. Please don't stop taking his message down. Nikki B, facts. Yes, it's not conspiracy. It's conspiracy truth. You know who came up with the word conspiracy? The CIA. It's a dark word that means to demonize something. And then you see something's a conspiracy theory. Now you suddenly don't pay attention to it. Oh, they're saying it's conspiracy. They'll read the Wikipedia articles that YouTube puts on my videos if I talk about the Anunnaki. They're going to put a Wikipedia article. It's called censorship. Even YouTube censors, but not as bad as Instagram, or especially TikTok is really bad. But it's still around 130,000 people because I wasn't always shadow banned. And I get confirmation from my other brothers and sisters, like some of the people I've interviewed. They tell me too that they're being shadow banned. So when we come out and speak truth, they don't want you speaking truth. So they created something unique called shadow banning. And you can see it in your analytics. It doesn't lie. So while angels and archangels is not some conspiracy type of thing that they hide, some of the stuff they don't like. So I can talk about naughty angels and fallen archangels, right? But they don't like me talking about some topics. So I noticed that almost all of my secret space program videos have very few videos compared to my other views. But then there's exceptions like the one I just did. It is shooting upward. And if you guys are interested in the topic, please check out my Instagram channel, because there's been a lot of comments, and so I've made a lot of replies. You can actually learn a lot about this topic, and it'll open your eyes to what's really going on the planet, because we have, and it's all connected to these archangels and negative archangels and ETs and negative angel ETs. They're the ones, are the alien extraterrestrials coming to our world through stargates, wormholes. They're coming here through the Philadelphia experiment. They're coming here through the HARP project. They're coming here by the Montauk project. You see, those are a bunch of shadow banning type of words. So I don't repeat them a lot. Like the Illuminati, I don't like to repeat that word too many times. Because those things, they don't want you to hear about these things. And if anything, you guys out there, isn't that a red flag to you? Why do they censor some topics? Here's a perfect example. Hashtag psychic is censored. You can't use it. It won't show up. Oh, you can use it, but it's not going to show up in your video. A simple word like hashtag psychic. What is wrong with psychic topics, psychic videos? That's one example out of many. It starts with censoring hashtags, censoring certain topics. It's blatant censorship. It's blatant trying to keep the truth hidden. And this is ancient thing that's been going on. It's been going on since Atlantis, which is 50,000 years plus. In Atlantis, there's like stages of destruction of Atlantis. Like 3 stages of Atlantis, man. And it was a huge continent, and then it had destruction, and then more destruction where it was just a few islands. But the truth is, Atlantis is still around. England, Ireland, Wales, Netherlands. And look where the Illuminati branches are located, some of them. Atlantis, homie, was being ruled by the Illuminati races. And there's more than one Illuminati race. You will learn in here, especially in the back, there's multiple Illuminati, a whole bunch of Illuminati races, which are connected to real ETs who have made hybrids with humans. So an ET human hybrid is an Illuminati. The Illuminati are not humans. They're serving not your interests, but they're extraterrestrial overlords. And these are angel level, semi-etheric density matter, and etheric level, archangel level that's where these beings are coming from. Higher dimensions. But they have to get here through technology, because they don't have Merkaba vehicle. They're in the Phantom Matrix. There is no light bodies. Remember, you're not separate from God, but you can be disconnected from the life force energy on your own free will choices. I mean, the consequence. God, like I mentioned earlier, Creator prefers. Creator has a preference. And that is the law of one, sacred law of one, based on unity consciousness, based on Christ consciousness, based on omni-Christos love. That is God's original intention. That is God's original spirit. That's who God is, ultimately. It is only portions of God's downstepped consciousness in a hologram matrix where God can become distorted. Because why? It's a copy of a copy of a copy, not the original. It is a downstep of the original. It is a piece of the original. God put a piece of itself in a dimensionalized, polarized, it's dimensionalized. That means there's 15 frequency bandwidths of this piece of God's consciousness. And then God took those levels and polarized it into particle and antiparticle. God obviously wanted to experience this. And of course, this omnipresent, omnipotent God knew part of itself, part of its fragmented self could become distorted in this holographic experiment. As a matter of fact, I remember hearing our teacher, Ashana Dean, talking about how there's more than one time matrix and not all of them are based on free will. So these are experiments of God. We're living in the 15-dimensional unified field of God, and God is experiencing itself through all of us. All of your problems and your distortions are God's holographic, low-dimensional frequency experiments. Isn't it interesting how you, a fractal of God, blames God for your problems, or someone or something else? We're God, we're sovereign, we're free. You can't point the finger at the blame. I am a victimizer, and blame game. You're experiencing what you are experiencing, positive or negative, because of your reincarnational history, memory, your choices, your thoughts, your actions. You're having some problems because of you. No one else. You can't blame some pervert who raped you, even though that's a horrible experience. But that happened not because of a series of circumstances, a series of actions and thoughts. A little kid gets murdered when they're 2 years old, or even at birth it dies or is birth dead. You know what they say in these teachings about the mother who aborts her baby? Kills the baby, right? The baby, or let's say you have a miscarriage, or there's something wrong. This soul essence of the baby is stuck in the mother's fields until either that life or the next life she will have another baby that comes out successfully. Well, that soul essence is stuck and stuck and stuck. That soul essence growth is stuck, and so is the mother's stuck. Let's say you had 5 abortions. Well, you're just juggling the same soul essence over and over and over, and that soul essence is not going anywhere, and neither is your spiritual growth. That's what I've heard Ashana say. I'm not going to go too deep into that, but there is some consequence of abortion. But there's a huge caveat. There is no soul in the fetus until 33 days minimum. The Vatican Pope will tell you at conception there's a soul in there. BS. The Pope doesn't know creation mechanics, doesn't know that you have to build a biology that will hold a consciousness, a spirit essence. It has to build for a minimum, according to these Emerald Order teachings, for 33 days. There's a scientific process to God, to creation, to life. So you're free and clear, women, ladies. If something happens to this fetus, within 33 days. But after 33 days, that's on you. Literally, it's on you. It's in you, stuck in you. Maybe the little fetus body comes out, but the soul essence, consciousness, I don't know where this came from. Sorry, guys. Sorry. You can find out more in the innerchristos teachings. Men have their own challenges. Women have their challenges. And this is one of the women's challenges. You have to be very mindful when you're deciding to abort a baby. That's all I'm saying. Okay. We'll move on. There is processes, energetic processes, consciousness processes to life. And that's one of them. I'm sure you can find an Ashiana Dean video workshop talking about it in for like a half hour. I'm just mentioning a few details, right? So this is a warfare, you guys. There are positive angels and there are negative angels. And just realize that these things that we're calling angels are a level of they're a level of evolution. You think of them from the Bible point of view, it's just some beings that were in heaven and some of them fell. You guys, that doesn't cut it. Okay, first of all, the Bible's only 1,700 pages long. However big your Bible is, it's a pretty thick book. It doesn't mention everything. It doesn't mention aliens. But that's exactly what these angels are. Angels are a level of biology. That's all they really are. And so, if it's a level of the second universe biology, which is semi-etheric matter, that consciousness can be positive or negative. An angel or a fallen angel. Path of order, path of chaos. If you're not sure which one is which, well, listen to the word chaos. Does that sound positive? No, that's the dark side. Following the path of chaos is what you saw earlier. Fear, guilt, cruelty, shame, subservience, blind worship, devalue divine female. All those distortions, patriarchal sexist creeds are being called out, baby, by the Emerald Covenant. 111. Did you guys notice there's 111? You did notice. Before I did. We noticed together. Vato Locos. Eddie family and Gina and Sarah. We claim that. You can all claim that together. What's up? What's up? Higher consciousness. Bible is made for sinners only. I don't know how to take that. I don't know what your belief is, but you're calling yourself higher consciousness, so you're not probably a religious person. But yeah, it's made for sinners only. Nascent now. Ashiana said they took 90% of the Bible materials out in 325 AD by the Council of Nicaea. Yeah, and when I mention that, you get a lot of people saying their shit about the Council of Nicaea. Oh, the Council of Nicaea was only about the date, figuring out what the date of Easter should be, and also for checking the divinity of Jesus. When they have no idea that the Sadducees and the Pharisees are Illuminati races. And they have no idea about Jeshua 9, not the real Jesus. And they have no idea about the Council of Nicaea being run by the Constantine was a freaking diabolical person who ran this council, created and set up this council. And like our brother or sister said, this Ashiana, which is not about Ashiana, it's about the Emerald Order. Ashiana is a scribe, a translator for the Emerald Order. The Emerald Order talks about how let's see it. This is transparent. We're being transparent. People are going to say their stuff. They're going to say, oh, it's about Easter and Jesus' divinity, and have clueless about the rest of the record, right? And you'll also see we're not making this up. So let me open up Cathara 1, Voyagers 1 and Voyagers 2 on the screen, on PDF, which we've already given to you for free in tonight's live. And then I'll switch over, and it'll be transparent. We'll see it all together. Voyagers 2, Council of Nicaea. 5 results. Let me go to the one that we're trying to find. 325 AD. That's historical, you guys. We're not making that part up. We're not making any of it up. What I'm saying is, what is this? What the hell was that? What the hell is that? It was trying to make me sign into something. The Council of Nicaea, the Omicron Draconians, the Reptilians. Well, let me make sure this is showing up on the screen. And you understand that you guys know the Vatican was taken over by the Reptilians. You understand that the Pope's audience chamber is a giant reptilian, snake, serpent, reptile. It's undeniable. And this is just confirmation that the Omicron Draconians, legions of fallen angels, motivated their Nephidim, Anu, Melchizedek, and what I just mentioned, Illuminati races. These are human-alien hybrids. That's what the Illuminati are. And there's several different races, not just one, there's several. Governing the Roman Empire to temporarily join forces with this galactic Fed, what New Agers now are worshiping, and the Pleiadians from Nibiru, not the regular Pleiadians, the Nibirian Pleiadians, Anunnaki, in this unholy alliance, the Nephidim, Luciferian Knights Templar, Hyksos King, and Jehovian Anunnaki Hassa. You see how you guys get the true, detailed, forbidden history. You get the cover story of what happened in the 325 AD Council of Nicaea, and then you get the real truth of how it's mixed in with all the rabbis, the Sadducees, the Pharisees, the Illuminati, the Knights Templar. Okay? There was a crusade to confiscate the Emerald Covenant is seen. And this is where our brother was mentioning how 90% was taken out. They took out 90% of the Emerald Covenant actual teachings and put in numerous falsifications, massive omissions. This is what the freaking Council of Nicaea is about. I'm not here to spend a whole hour on this, so thank you for sharing, Holy One. What's up? And it's also mentioned a few times. So if you guys are really interested in that, take a look and check for yourself. All they want is an antichristic one world order. That's what they want. And that was hundreds of years ago. That's got much bigger, much worse now. Jesus is a representative of the collective angels. His mission is to help planets to ground existential order. He's also a celestial father. Bless you in your beliefs, higher consciousness, but we can peacefully agree to disagree. And I say that respectfully, okay? And notice we're not censoring you. And I said it at the beginning of the show. You guys can voice your beliefs. And someone will read your comments. Maybe they'll align with you. Lauren, they're Illuminati. You said, Lauren. I love the way you do your font letters. I don't know how you do that. I still haven't learned how you do that. I guess you have to copy and paste from some type of algorithm creating that for you. Spiritual anomaly. Council of Nicaea mofo stank. You said it, brother. And it's really destructive of what happened in 325 AD. And this is coming from not just that stuff that from the reptilians, but the Anunnaki are the ones who really brought in the patriarchal creed, the male-only swinging club, and put women down here. You know, men and women are equal. You know, there's something called, well, soulmates or twin flames. A soulmate is half. Excuse me. A male soulmate and a female soulmate are half of a whole. You don't take half and put it down here. These are all separatist patriarchies, penis clubs. Women aren't allowed to even teach in the churches. But of course, modern days, they do whatever they want. But, you know, historically, women are put down. Sexism comes from religion, homies. One second here. And I don't memorize all these verses, so I wrote them down when I see them. Timothy 1, 2:11 through 12, verse 12. A woman this is coming from your Holy Bible, the New Testament no less. A woman should learn quietness and full submission. I, the Lord God, I do not permit a woman to teach or to assume authority over a man. She must be quiet. This passage that I just read has been historically, used to restrict women and their roles in teaching and leadership within the church. And we're just talking about the church. 1 Corinthians 14:34 to 35. Women should remain silent in the churches. Shh! You're a woman. Shut up. They are not allowed to speak, but must be in submission. Get down, woman. As the law says. When I hear the word law, who wrote your Bible? It wasn't God, homies. It was men. It's a men's club, a men God, a men son of God. It's a man swinging club, and women aren't part of it. You ain't privy. If you're a woman, divine female, it's not a red flag to you. It's not a red flag to you. It's a red flag to the indigo, to the starseed awakening. It's a huge red flag. Sorry, I'm raising my voice. Oh, the Bible has no problems talking about slavery too. They're pro-slavery. Your religion, your cruel, angry God is pro-slavery. Ephesians 6:5, slaves coming from Lord God. Slaves, obey your earthly masters with respect and fear, just like fear God, homie. But you must respect and fear, and with sincerity of heart, just as you would obey Christ. Another red flag. There's more slavery verses. Romans 6:16. 1 Corinthians 7:22, Leviticus 25:44, Ecclesiastes 2:7. We can go on and on and on about the distortions of your religion. It's in the scripture itself. It's not a conspiracy of me. It's right there in the Word of God. And the Hebrews, they don't call it Genesis, they call it Bereshit. Exodus is Shemot. Leviticus, Vayikra. I don't speak Hebrew, so sorry if my pronunciation is bad. I mean, I don't know how people can get it. Behold, the day of the Lord is coming, cruel with fury and burning anger, to make the land a desolation. And he will exterminate its sinners from it. This is your sacred teachings. Red flag, no, it's you take it into your heart and your mind as truth. Deuteronomy 9:8, is this your truth? Deuteronomy 9:8, even at Horeb, you provoked the Lord to wrath. Because this Lord is so spiritually awakened, right? It goes into anger and wrath. And the Lord was so angry with you that he destroy you. This God being in the Bible has so much anger, man. Numbers, it's called the book of Numbers, 11:1-2. When the Lord heard it, once again, his anger was kindled, and the fire of the Lord burned among them and consumed them. You see, this creature being this fallen angelic entity, Anu Elohim, is full of death and destruction. What these teachings call Metatronic death science. You take the Merkaba, the spinning Merkaba, right? The Merkaba is life. And you take that and reverse it. Reverse Merkaba is death. And the Metatronic death science is about reverse Merkaba. It's about anti-Christos. It's about sacrifice and death and blood ritual. And black magic. Didn't this God of yours in the Bible, didn't this God cast chaos magic in Egypt? One example. Dark magic sent against the Egyptians. Murdered all the babies, man. It says in the Bible, God slaughtered all the babies with the angel of death. The firstborn. That means babies and toddlers. The firstborn. It's called the Passover. And it's celebrated. You celebrate it. You celebrate every Sunday with communion as well. Death. Practicing death science and reverse Merkaba, baby. And judging your brothers and sisters in the world. You're pro-torture, pro-lake of fire, pro-phantom. You speak phantom, you think phantom, you're falling into phantom. And it is your own free will. You give your free will to phantom. You worship Anu Elohim. You worship Father God, Lord of Lord, King of Kings. You, with your own free will, you're going falling. Falling, fallen angel. Keep on falling. Fallen angel, you're falling in your consciousness. You're falling in your awareness. You're putting all your worship and subservience into self-proclaimed Archangel Michael. who's not even a real being. You're putting all your prayers, your money to the churches. You're giving your life force to these phantom fallen angels. Tonight's topic, angels that are good, angels that are dark. There's a history here, and the Guardians lay it out. They talk about Sumer, they talk about what happened in Babylon, they talk about what happened to the Hindus, they talk about what happened to the Jews, they talk about what happened throughout the Greek period, the Roman period, and what's happening now. And it takes discernment. Do you have discernment? Or are you still following this cruel, angry, wrathful, vengeful, judgmental, sacrificing God? Murderous, sacrificing, pro-slavery, pro-patriarchy. I don't even have to convince you. You can see it for yourself. You can feel it by resonance, homie. This is why a lot of us starseeds and indigos, we ran out of religion. By the time I went from a little boy being dragged to church, and also not just once a week, we were going 3 times a week, plus we were put into the same church's school, a private Christian school. So by the time I went through all that as a kid, a toddler, I wasn't a toddler, but I was a young kid, and 5th grader at least, 9, right? But my sister and brother were younger. We all went through that together. Where they beat you, literally. They have a paddle board this long, and it has a bunch of holes in it. And they punish you like this. And some of them use 2 hands. These are little kids, little adults using 2 hands to beat us. And so when I was a teenager, when I turned 18, a teenager, adult, I ran. I got out of there, man. What they did to my mind, so guilt and fear, guilt and fear. Do you know what guilt and fear does to your frequency? What does guilt do to you? What kind of vibrations and distortions happen to you if you're in fear? Because this God, not God, this is a false creator God, ET, extraterrestrial, malevolent alien, claiming to be your God, tells you to fear it. There is a God, but creator. This is not creator. This is a alien creator. So most of these gods that people are worshiping, remember, there's 33,000 plus gods. Don't believe me? Google it. How many gods are being worshipped on planet Earth? Write that if you want. Write it however you want. You will realize, first of all, there's over 4,000 plus religions. Why? Why is there so much different, disagreements about what is God? How many renditions or ideas or opinions of there is about God? And of course, every one of these religions say, our God is the real God, and your God is the fake God. So Yahweh is an Allah. So this is a spiritual war between good, positive angels, ETs, Guardian Alliance, Interdimensional Association of Free Worlds, Guardian Angelic Nations, Path of Order, against negative, malevolent, extraterrestrial archangels and angels following the path of chaos, following in subservience to these false creators. Like Anu Elohim, like the Omicron Dragon Moths, like the Satane, the Lulatan Luciferians. Machiwa, Masutas. You said it, Nikki B. Separation. They're trying to separate you from your true identity. We say we're God's sovereign free. They can't stand that. No, you are not. You are going to the lake of fire. You're separate from God. Read the Bible. Accept Jesus as your sacrificed, mutilated, tortured Messiah. Accept this blood ritual. Accept this blood drinking. Accept this covenant. Accept this communion. Accept this subservience. No, thank you. You know, they come to your door knocking because they're a witness of Jehovah God. Jehovah's Witness. They'll come to your door. When I first moved to this house, they came to my door. I've never seen them since. I wasn't rude. I didn't even challenge them. I think they read my body language. 3 ladies, 3 Jehovah's Witness, 3 kind, sweet, maybe kind people. But you better believe they're judgmental. They're there to correct you. They're there to entangle you. They're there to, judge you. Because they're going to try to scare you. It's interesting because our teacher, Ashiana, she talks about how when the Jehovah's Witness came to her house, she was kind to them. She even got them a drink and sat down and talked. There's no talking to these people. There's no, you can't, you're going to share your truth, at least try. You know, we're supposed to be representatives of the inner God, the inner Christ, Christos. And people in religion can't stand that. No, you're separate, you're a sinner, you must admit that you're a sinner. You know, in Catholicism, they have confession rooms. You go and do your confess because there's a middleman between you and God. And you got to go to a bishop or a priest, a pastor or a pope. And then you they can send your message, your confession to Lord of Lords, King of Kings. You can't because you're separate from God. You see what I'm saying? Indigos, star seeds, light workers, all life, not just human race, all beings have a direct connection to source God. And religious people cannot stand that. That makes them go, jihad! I'm God, baby. What's up? I'm sovereign. And so are you, and you, and you, and all life. Even an axe murderer, a demon, a fallen angel is still part of the omnipresent God. We don't condone what the darkness does. We're not aligning with that. But we understand that all are faces of God. And that all had an opportunity to practice free will, and some of them became distorted. It doesn't mean I'm going to be chummy and hang out with them. It doesn't mean I'm going to have them around my kids or your kids, right? But you acknowledge and understand that's God. It's God. It's all. It's everything. The shirt, this crystals, the candle is God. The book is God. The sewer is God. It's part of God. It's all God. It's all had free will. It's frequency that had free will to choose the path of order, the path of chaos, and it all started at the higher levels, the highest levels. So if you came down here, you fell down here. Part of you did. Part of you is down here, and you're meant to go back up. But some don't go back up. Some don't expand. Some descend, fall, get entangled in phantom. So this video called The Shocking Truth about angels and archangels. You see, for some of you, it's going to be shocking. You can't accept this. Jesus, praise Jesus, bless Jesus. Bless your God. I just realized that there's some twisted distortions in your creeds. The Guardians call them false creeds. I know people are going to think I'm making that up too. I know it's mentioned at least once in Voyagers 2. Besides false God, right? Let's look for false creed. False creed. Oh, it's in Voyagers 1 then. False creed. 3 times. Anu Elohim. Oh wow, I just mentioned this guy, this crew, this collective. The Anu Elohim, fallen angelic of density universe 4, which is, we talked about carbon matter, semi-etheric matter, and etheric matter. But density 4 is something called thermoplasm. This is a high level of creation. And it is these dark avatar Anu Elohim who have continued promotion of the false creeds of the corrupted Templar solar initiates, which has to do with Atlantis. I guess we're in the part of the story of the book about Atlantis. And then the false creed of the fallen angelic Anu Elohim, Anunnaki, and the digressive Orifim human Templar solar initiates. Because remember, they took over us in Atlantis. They did the same thing back then as they're doing now. Introduced you to a patriarchal, cruel, judgmental God. And it worked. Just like it's working now. Because we know for a fact that there's almost 2 billion people following Christianity, following Jehovah, Yahweh, judgmental, angry, vengeful God. So it worked. You're following this patriarchal system. You're feeding it. You're making it stronger. You're making it reach farther. And it promotes the worship of external gods. There is no such thing as an external God, homies. External angelics like Archangel Michael, self-proclaimed archangels, and false saviors. Okay? We talk about not the sacrifice Christ, we talk about the inner Christ and human freedom. But they want you deceived and powerless and in fear and subservience. Mature! They want you following patriarchy, an externalized Christ. Sorry, it is a bit emotional. When you see the Guardians talking about it, it gets emotional to me. The false creed among human populations. You guys have read Voyagers. You can read Voyagers. We gave it to you for free. You can check it out. Breathe. I show you the actual book. So you see, I'm not making this up. You will share your Bible verses. We're going to share Emerald Order Freedom Teaching verses. What's up? Emerald Covenant for life, Holy Ones. Emerald Covenant for life. Emerald Covenant for life. This is what's in my heart and my mind. This is what I align with, and this is what many of you align with. The inner Christos. Not some external God, external angel, external savior. This is all about your divine spark. Inner God spark. This is a hologram field. There's literally nothing out here. But this is what you're doing. Looking in the matrix. looking for God, looking for yourself, when everything you can need, everything you can find is in here, inside. This is why the Guardians remind us, hey, it's an inner God, not some outer Anu Elohim. It's not some Osiris or Thoth. It's not some Archangel Michael. What are you doing? What are you doing? Get off of your knees, human race. Bless you in your spiritual awakening. Machiwa, Makaya, Masutas, Machiwa, Makaya, Masutas. Somebody's getting lit. If it wasn't so late, I would get lit with you. I will maybe next Saturday we'll get lit. Or maybe Tuesday. Tuesday we could get lit together. I know there's 143 people, but it's 8:30, you guys, and it's time for me to end the live. But just so you know, I survive off of your guys' donations and help and memberships. This is my full-time job. What's your full-time job? Because this is how I earn a living, but people are going to make fun of that or say some pretty messed up shit about it. But there's so many loving people who understand that this is how I can do this and eat and have rent. You guys saw I have no furniture. I'm not rich or anything. I'm actually rely on an exchange of energy. So please consider donation, you guys. I thank you in advance for the small gift of $5 or $10 or whatever you feel called to. And I also sell crystals, if you didn't know that. I sell artwork. I'm so busy. I'm behind on so many projects, but I'm continuously putting out work, continuously answering people. I can't answer everybody, especially rude-ass people I'm not going to answer. But it just takes all my time. I will be at 10:30 at night, 11:30 at night. I'm still haven't got time for myself every single day, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So thank you for your exchange of energy. Thank you for understanding that. Bless you. Thank you guys for showing up tonight and holding space with us. Machiwa! It's a slang. Bless you, Star Sister. I love you very much. Thank you. Lord and wisdom, Machiwa sister. Woohoo! Party time. Party time. Getting our innerchristos going on. Yeah. Jigga, it's for free, brother. Holy One, maybe you're male, female. I don't know all know, but let me see. Well, I'm sure my moderator should give you the link. Yeah, you guys, please give him the link because I have too many windows open right now. I love you too, Lauren. Bless you, sister. Spiritual Not Only 4 is a certified reality bender. What's up, homie? Yeah, we all... Thank you, Nikki B. Bless you too, sister. Yeah, we're all awakening. Somebody's thinking about me. I hear my right ears strongly ringing. Strongly ringing. Who's that? Who's doing that? So, I got a little emotional, but that happens sometimes. But just realize that it's not anger or anything. It's simply intensity. It's simply passion. I'm getting better, though. I'm getting better over time, and I'm just going to keep getting better and more informed, more high res. So I just want to say thank you guys for your patience with me. because I know I'm not perfect, and I tell you that. I'm not perfect. I'm not a master, okay? So, but I am reaching for my highest self, and I am learning. I am improving. I mean, I look at myself 4, 5, 6 years ago. It's been longer than that, really, but where I just don't even recognize myself from back then. I wouldn't even want to hang out with myself back then. Thank you, Celine. That's how we do it. Etsy shop, my Patreon link. And there's your Voyagers 1 and Voyagers 2. Oh, Sir Madison. Yeah, I seek to become more and more peaceful, calm, and it will happen. It will happen, because I already see big changes, like you said. I see it in my own self, since 2023. And so here we are, 2024, 2025, and expanding. And I see a lot of you guys expanding and, becoming a greater version of yourselves. And I always say that we need to be masters of energy, masters of consciousness. We should be eating up these techniques. You guys should all know how to do your Maharic seal. What is Mahara? Maharic? It's the 12th dimensional Christos consciousness. And you can use that consciousness, 12D baby, to create a pillar, a shield of frequency, energy, light, spectra, called the liquid light. Lisa Renee teaches it. The Emerald Order teaches it. It's in Voyagers 2 at the back of the book. It's in the context or the index. You can find it. There's a few people who have made videos about the Maharic seal. So I suggest that you guys start learning if you haven't. Get into the teachings. What are you waiting for? You're only limited by your own self, really. There's all kinds of totalitarianism, dictatorship, controlling energies, controlling agendas, but you can still be God sovereign free, excuse my language, and still be powerful guardian, a powerful indigo child, a powerful starseed, light worker, empath. It's within your potential. We start to awaken our chakras with the guardians called Templar. Awaken your heart Templar, your throat Templar, your third eye Templar, crown, your galactic one. No, this is not galactic one. This is the thymus, the thalamus, galactic 1 chakra, galactic 2, your Christos chakra. 12D, baby, 12th chakra, 12 tribes, not of Israel. The 12 starseed and earthseed tribes. You see, they try to take our stuff and F it up. They distort, manipulate, twist our teachings. Now you're studying, practicing, speaking Metatronic teachings. Praising the demons and phantom beings. Praising Metatron is praising demons, fallen angels. Praising Archangel Michael. Praising Yahweh, Allah, Osiris, Isis. Praising these beings is building the strength and power of the phantom. Just remember that in the back of your mind. What's up? Have discernment. Know thyself. Know that you are God sovereign free. You know what, brother, sister? Why don't you say it with me 3 times, like an affirmation? Our true identity. Not from a space of arrogance or ego. From a higher realization, higher consciousness, a higher self. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. Machiwa. I am Christar, 12D. I am Christar, 12D Merkaba. I am Christar. Shaddai Ure. Let me say it higher pitch. Shaddai Ure Akuntan. Shaddai Ure Akuntan. Shaddai Ure Akuntan. I'll sing one verse of the Song of Lyra, Song of Orion. Omedai Patuma, Omedai Patuma, Patuma he deta he kumna, Omedai Patuma, Treti la iderna, Treti la iderna, Derma he came ta he kumna, Omedai Patuma. Much respect to your spiritual journey, you guys. Reverent respect. Omni-Christos love to all of you. Bless all of you from your holy Christos avatar, Kirashe Kundare Unisai. I feel good, do, like I know that I would, do. Yeah, baby, what's up? The innerchristos, that's what's up. We're gonna have a party, an indigo starseed rave. We're gonna know what's up. What's up, indigo mommy? Yeah, starseed. Princess. I love you guys. Thank you for hanging with me. This message is not for everybody. You see people triggered to this message, and you see a bunch of people resonance. You see the indigo resonance. You see the love. You see the omni-Christos love, the law of one love. Yeah, baby, undeniable. Speak your truth, you guys. Send your omni-love into the world. Speak your self-sovereignty. Not from ego, from a blessed, unconditional love and grace. The 12 attitudes of mastery. Love, grace, bliss, trust, accountability, mindfulness, self-sovereignty. You guys are the beacons of the Christos, the true Christ. K-R-Y-S-T. Christos! Thank you guys. Much respect. And I believe, Galactic Priestess! Woo-hoo! I don't mean to do something negative. I'm only positive. Thank you, Galactic High Priestess. Thank you, Star Sister. Bless you. Thank you so much. Big hugs. Much reverent respect. And you guys, we might sometime either I'm going to interview her and her spiritual journey, or she wants to interview me, whichever one. We're going to do something like that. We're going to co-create. Yeah. Thank you, Galactic High Priestess, sister. Thank you, Lauren. I think I'm already repeating some of those. I'm going to go eat. I know it's late, but I don't eat the whole day. And when there's a day on a live, I don't get to eat till nighttime. It's bad boy. I shouldn't be eating it late. But I'm working when I wake up till right now, still doing it. What's up, you guys? Bless all of you. I'll see you soon. I'll see you on Tuesday, you guys. 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And check out my recent videos. You need to contact me. Do a direct message on Facebook or Instagram. Or my Gmail is below. Why don't you take a look at my other links below? I put a lot of links. Explore. At least, what's that called? Where you're watching a video after a video. Binge my short videos, 30 seconds or to 60 seconds. Check out my shorts. Binge my shorts. I love you guys. Thank you. Much gratitude, much respect to all of you. Aho, namaste, omnichristos love. Machiwa. Thank you. Blessings, many blessings.